Alrighty. Camera C. Today, we're gonna be fast. We're gonna be cruising. We're gonna be faster than we've ever been fast before in our life. We're gonna be working with some soft clay too. Let's try to find the hardest of the bunch here. This bag. Okay. And so this is it's gonna be soft no matter what because it's straight out of the bag. So it's gonna be a little bit shorter probably pots. They're gonna be a lot more fluid, a lot looser. Not gonna be something that we're excited to use, but it's my own fault. I forgot to leave some clay out last night. And then right now I gotta go to the airport quick. I have a friends coming in and they're picking up some of their stuff from a storage unit, so I have to help them do that. And their flight is going to be here coming in pretty soon, so I already feel kind of bad. So I got to rush and I got to get through this stuff. So I'm going to be kind of quick with it here. We're just gonna leave those chunks out here. We're not gonna really mess with that too much. Somebody says hello, hello, hello. Alright. I'm gonna get this on here. Better start spinning here a little bit. And like I said, we're gonna be quick. We're gonna be quick. We don't got time to mess around today. I'm trying to do like a under 30-minute stream. So let's see how we do. Alright, camera A. Green on. Oh, camera A. Camera A. Oh, you guys, I kind of ruined the illusion, but you guys get it. Pottery shelf. Three pots coming at you like lightning today. We're gonna try to get it under a 30-minute stream. Let's get into it. No more messing around. Good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on grows. Feed them horses. Camera C. Green off. All right. Camera A. Faster than fast, quicker than quick. I like that, yo. I like that. All right. Get some water on here. Something too that I'm noticing before I even start here. What I gotta do is I gotta get some new water in this bucket. All right. There we go. Just because I don't want to be having to stop here. Okay. We're gonna go right for it. Well, I feel like I'm just gonna have to get my sleeves dirty. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go down. Then we're gonna push this down here. Camera C. Camera C. There we go. Open this middle up. Open up this. Fill that pond up. Use your fingers to cut through that base. Pull that out just a little bit. Smooth out that base. Here we're gonna go. Take this up. Grab a llama. Camera B. Camera B. Alright, so llama's biting in, and you can see how llama's slowly gonna be bringing this clay inwards. Make your volcano. Get ready. First pull, right down to the bottom here. Grab your knuckle. Project that clay inward just a tad. Then up. So that first pull, you can see how much we got, you know, equalizing those walls, right? But we went a little bit too wide, so we're gonna collar that in. But again, we're just forming that base and slowly projecting that in. And again, right down to the bottom. And we're gonna be a little bit slower on this base here. Hello. Water in this base here. So slow. Project that inward just a little bit. Find that bump. And take that up. Alright, we got our height locked in. We're gonna get some of the water out of this bottom part here. There we go. Get ready? Get ready to twist this down. Can't go too fast. Lighten that up, kiss that rim. I gotta be careful I don't go too thin or else it's gonna wanna collapse. Sometimes if they do, this one might even collapse a little bit. You can see it wanting to tilt a little bit there. But hopefully I didn't go too thin. The clay is soft, so I gotta keep that in mind. It's a lot softer than what I normally work with, so I wanna make sure I don't go stress out the clay too much or else it's just gonna tear or just dissolve. A little water, grab your pinky underneath. And we're gonna do tabs. We haven't done tabs in this. So tabs are an inward and an outward pull or push. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. So we did the tabs on this one, right? And so I think the tabs were an original, one of the first things that I did on the bottom of these trees. So it's kind of like an old school thing. I don't think they look that nice, but I feel like it's always good to refurbish and refresh some of those older ideas into newer pots. So, camera A. All right, so that's number 1. I think we're making some good time right now. We're gonna get into number 2 here, guys. We're not gonna mess around too much. Get some water on there, smooth that out. Okay, grab this. Get some of that clay off there. Sweet. Okay, here's our second one. Grab this, push this down, kind of pump on it, right, until you get it smooth. Seal that bottom. Now you can start pulling up with it, right? So here you go, project that clay upwards. Again, one more time right at that base. Project that upwards. We probably got one more. Slow it down. I slowed down too much when I was going there. You could kind of see when it's paused. Bring this down. Curl that underneath. Oh, it came off the bat pins here. Maybe I didn't even have them on the bat pins. There we go. And you're gonna grab your hammer fist. Camera C. Camera C. Hammer fist right over top. Slowly walking this out. Alright. Get your thumbs on the inside here. Open this up a little bit. Get some water on the inside there. And again, you want to go right down to the bottom and you want to cut across. If you hit any air bubbles, cut through those air bubbles. Don't let them move your fingers around, right? I'll smooth out that base, making sure I don't fold over towards that corner there. And if it's not totally on center, don't freak out about it because it doesn't need to be, right? And why is that? Is because you can make a new center when you start pulling. Okay, here we go. Camera C, or camera A. Camera A. I'm gonna bite on this rim. Llama's gonna bite, slowly walking his back. Allow the spinning of the wheel to recenter where that top rim is going. You bring that in, Krakatoa, you got your volcano. All right, grab your sponge right on the bottom here, open this up, grab your knuckle, slowly push this in towards that base, walk this up. Your first couple pulls are all about getting those walls equalized. You're not trying to get height. Collar this in. All right, and once you have that collared, again, you're gonna go right down to the bottom. Bring your knuckle in. At that base, right? Very slow on that base. Shift those fingers in. You don't really want to squeeze. And then you're gonna have this little bump. Go slow. Find that bump. Just make sure you're realigning that clay. You don't want to create channels. You're gonna bring that up. All right, we got one more pull after this. We're gonna collar this one more time. We're gonna swap over to camera B. Camera B. Collar that in. Turn that in. Here we go, right down to the base. project that in. Find that bump. It's gonna project that all the way up. And look at that, you're just gonna walk this bump all the way up. It's gonna get thinner when you get to the top, slow that down. Maybe a little bit too tall for how soft we're going here. We have really soft clay, but I would say you wanna be kind of careful if you go tall when you have soft clay, because it's gonna fall way easier than if the clay's a little bit harder. Right down to the bottom edge here. Ready? And slow down and walk this up. So it's a little bit uneven, but we're not too worried about that because we are literally just gonna walk these up, and it's gonna wanna twist up here. And then when we get to about here, we're gonna slowly taper out our twists here. And we're gonna get ready to manually twist this down. So watch how that twists right up. There we go. Grab that top edge and slowly spread those fingers out wider. Don't go too thin. Kiss that rim. There we go. Okay. So now you're back down at the bottom. We're not done with this pot yet. Right out to the edge here. A little bit of water right on this rim. Grab your pinky, slowly pull that little ledge out there, and we're gonna do tendrils on this one. This one to me is feeling like a double tendril, so we're gonna go one, out, two, out. Here we go, curling this up. Key with the tendrils, you want them to kind of feel like they're growing. The less you touch them, I always find the better they usually look. But you can see how they're kind of just growing up the side of the vessel, and maybe with this one we actually want it to curl over, so I'm going to move it as I'm twisting it. Maybe I want it to interact with this one over here, almost like they're holding hands or something, right? Curlies in, curlies in. Sorry I would be more specific on what I'm doing here, guys, but I'm trying to get a fast stream in here. I still got to make sure I do them every day, but I have a really busy day, so. But I still got to stream, right? I'm going to tilt this over a little bit. Wiggle this down whenever you start noticing that. It should be okay. Okay. So there's almost the last one here. You got to set this one. Camera C. Camera C. Camera C. Why is it not doing it? The voice commands aren't really working that well today. Maybe I'm just talking a little bit too fast. Alright, some more water. Grab this, right down to the bottom here. These people with thousands of views just yap and you deserve way more. Hey, no worries, yo. It's not really about the views, it's about, you know, what this thing does for my mentality. So either way, it's okay. If people watch, people watch. If people don't watch, I still gotta get it done, right? Okay, right down to the bottom. Getting ready. Bring this up. A little bit of water. Somebody said, just turned 30. I don't have anything going on for me as such. As a business, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I feel like a loser. Any advice? Man, I'll tell you, dude. The thing that I think you should do is just pick something and just do it every day, dude. Because I think for a while when I didn't have anything, I felt like, you know, I'd spend a lot of time. I'm still a video gamer, right? But I'd spend like most of my time playing video games, and then all of a sudden, hold on, camera A. All of a sudden I realized that all the hours that I, you know, spent in this game was just ones and zeros in a program, right? And I was like, dang, like, all these hours could fit on a thumb drive the size of my nail. And so it really left me defeated. I felt like all my hours didn't manifest in anything tangible. So my recommendation for you would be like, start trying to make those hours that you spend on something like visually represent themselves and take up space. When I look at all my pots in a room, I'll show you. All the best and strong mentality. So you'll see here in a second, I know there's gonna be 2 songs playing, but you'll see, like, this is just one of the rooms that I filled up, right? Like, when I look at this room, I see the hours and hours and hours I've spent doing something, and that, it's like literally like you're building your own confidence, right? And you're building your own value. So my biggest recommendation to you, man, would just be try to find something that you can start building value in your life. At first, it's not gonna feel fun, it's gonna feel brutal, but man, I'm telling you, just pick something and do it every day, because you'll find value eventually. So that's my recommendation to you, bro. How do you deal with demotivation? Hey, motivation, it comes and goes. Hold on, I gotta do one thing. Motivation, it comes and goes, guys. So like, don't depend on motivation. You gotta start honing like your discipline, right? That's why I'm doing all these things every day, right? Like, that's why I do all these things, is because like I really struggled with, like, I'd have motivation for a couple days and then it would dissipate and I'd go back into the same little depressive loop that I was in. And so now I started not giving myself any exceptions. You know, like today I have so much stuff I have to do, but I still come down here. I still get it done. If I have to drag myself through it, then you just drag yourself through it, you know? I'm telling you, you're gonna feel a lot better when you start building up those weeks of doing the same thing, and you're just building that motivation. Maybe not you're building motivation, you're building that discipline to do it, right? And then you can always look back on it and be like, dang, well, look what I've done. You can see it and look what is happening. You're creating your own little like mini kingdom, right? But that's just my solution that I found, right? Everybody else has their own solutions on life, but I don't think that sometimes, you know, when people just say like you just have to find self-acceptance, you know, that never really worked for me. I tried that for a little bit and I just left myself, you know, it was all good and dandy when people were around me, but then when I was alone, that self-acceptance thing didn't really get me too far, right? And so I feel like kind of being a little bit of a brutalist towards yourself and like working towards your goals, when I look back on it, actually filled me with a lot more value, right? But again, I'm not saying my way is the right way. I'm just saying it's just a way, right? What do you do with all those pieces? They just sit in rooms. I don't fire them or I don't do anything with them. Like I said, it's all for my mentality. Find this bump and you're slowly walking this up. I'm gonna kind of dissipate that twist when I get up there a little bit, right? I'm gonna swap over to camera B. There we go. Right down to the bottom. Push a little bit more in this base. I'm gonna get kind of thin right in this middle, so I'm gonna dissipate that bump. Look how that bump is kind of goes away a little bit. And I just kind of walk that up. Alrighty. Just walk these up, get ready for the twist. Hold that top. Oh, dude, I got a double twist. So look how this is. It's twist on the bottom a little bit. We're actually going to emphasize that twist on the bottom. Hold on, I got to get my hands. Do I sell anything I make? No. I don't fire it, I don't sell it. Like I said, it just fills up rooms. I'm going to hold this middle, so then this bottom will twist up a little bit more when I twist this wheel. And so now I can have a twist on the bottom and twist on the top. I gotta be careful, it's pretty soft. This is one of the problems when you have like the clay is really, really soft, is it actually wants to, okay, hold on. It's a little bit to the side here. I'm gonna lift this up and twist in. There we go. We just wanna keep that on center, or else that centrifugal force is really gonna take over and, you know, kill the pot. But I kind of like these ones. This one's not a really great double twist, but you can kind of see what's happening is the twist is thinner on the bottom, so it twists more, then it releases, and then right at the top there's another twist. I had one maybe like 2 months ago that was the same style as this one. I'm telling you, it was pretty, made me feel pretty good. So cool. Thank you. Hey, do you eat clay? Yeah, I've eaten clay a couple of times. I have some videos of me eating clay. They're like some pottery edit videos. But yeah. What got you into pottery? How did I start? It was actually a last ditch effort for me because I went to art school. Dun, dun, dun. And when I was in art school, I was trying to be a drawing major. And I finished one of my best drawings maybe, right? And I finished it and I wasn't really, it was pretty good, but I didn't feel satisfied. And then I called my dad, and my dad sent me, you know, I was just telling him how I felt about it, and then he sent me the song No Woman No Cry by Bob Marley. And I feel like that's when I knew I wanted to quit drawing. And then I only had, you know, a year and a half to figure out what the heck I wanted to do. I took a pottery class and I was like, all right, no more giving up. And so now I've just stuck with it for the last couple years. So that's kind of all what got me into it. It was literally just something that I saw that maybe I could take somewhere, right? I was not good at it. It took me like 5 weeks before I could make my first vessel even. And so, and I went through all sorts of stages. For a long time I was just doing like the cookie cutter, you know, look up pottery on Instagram, and it looked like a lot of the early work. And then I started distancing myself away from that, and I just kept at it. Every day I was just boom, 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 until I eventually started finding my own way. Like I started listening to the material, right? When you can start working with it, your hands are like these data cables and they're plugged into the material, and you actually listen and hear the clay talking to you through touch and through tangible, you know, experience with the material, right? Like it will tell you it's too thin, or hey, it might collapse here. And so it's kind of fun when all of a sudden something that you didn't really think was anything becomes a majority or a huge part of your life, and a huge part of where you define your value in your life, right? So that's how I got into it. Okay, so there's the last one there. I'm gonna give you guys a pottery edit here. So goated 1. Camera A. Alright guys, you ready? I need you guys to send me some energy here, right? Why do I need the energy? Because I'm gonna shrink myself down. Think of me as like the pottery version of Ant-Man. Alright guys, so here we go. Send me that energy. Green on. Here we go. I'm gonna do a pottery dance move. Throw the clay up and bring it down. And we're gonna do our pottery review. So over here, I think there's something I like about this pot is it was a callback to some older ones of the double twist, you know? maybe I have out of the, 1,000 and like, I think I have 1,054 of the trees now. And out of those, I probably only have like 4 of the double twists. You can't really see it too much because the tendrils, and maybe that's a critique I'd give myself on this one, those bottom tendrils are kind of covering up that bottom twist, but I still think that those double twists are kind of cool. They're cool to explore, but it's not as good as that one that I did maybe like 2 months ago. I think that one was the best double twist. But anyway, we got this one over here. I think I kind of like the way that this twist is in the middle. This is another callback to when I was in my first 2 months of doing this, right? I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to do on the bottoms. I didn't yet figure out the tendrils, and so I was doing these tabs. I was doing these little plucks on the bottom of the skirt there, and so this is a callback to maybe some of the old tabs that I was doing. Sometimes you gotta call back on some of them and to see if you discover anything new. Anyway, right on the top we got a double tendril. You can kind of see how once you break away from the way that the pattern looks on there and you start looking at them like appendages, they break away from sculpture and start getting into, or break away from pottery and get into the realm of sculpture. I think there's a little bit of a personality here. When the two hands, right, no longer that pattern, hands and appendages start touching, really bake some energy of human into that object. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best in strong mentality. Let's wheel. I'm telling you, this music's a vibe, guys. Alright, sorry, what was my time on today? Guys, we got a sub 30-minute stream. I'm gonna get no views on this stream. But that's okay. I have to go, I have stuff to do, but usually these streams last about an hour, but if I like really cruise through them, I can't believe I got a sub 30-minute stream. That's fucking, sorry for cussing, that's great. Where do I set this thing? Camera C? Camera C? Alright guys, these ones over here. Okay. Anyway guys, I'm gonna head out, so peace out guys. Let me see if you guys have any last burning questions. Somebody said bro's the GOAT. Hey man, Darcy Rook, yo, you're the GOAT for saying that. Alright, I'll see you around guys. Peace out. Computer. See you in the next one.